Hey guys, Marlon here from Games and Warriors channel, and today we have episode 4 of Let's Talk Gaming. And today we have a fellow gamer here that I want to introduce to you guys. He's from IGN as well as the Coalition, and I also met him at E3 last year. So yeah, wait a minute, I'm getting a little echo. Let me pause. Yeah, there we go. Yeah. So Jake, go ahead, man, and take over, man. Let them know about you and just sort of like a bio about yourself, and
Yeah,
then we
sure.
can get started, man.
Yeah, sure. Well, I'm Jake James Lugo. I'm a freelancer for IGN currently right now. I help write IGN guides, and I had my first review go up not too long ago for Naruto Shippuden Ultimate Ninja Storm 4. I also am the senior editor over at thecoalition.com. I write reviews, I write editorials, op-eds, I host podcasts, I host the IGN All-Star Community podcast with my friend Pete, and I do a bunch of other stuff. So other than that, when I'm away from the websites, I also do YouTube vlogs, and I also stream. I do a lot of stuff with video games and geek culture, pop culture, etc. And I got to see you at E3 last year, which was awesome. So we're hoping to see you at PAX. We got to get you over to PAX and then see you again at E3 again this year.
Yeah, it's funny that you were talking about that about PAX because one of the cool things before we get started is that the Nintendo partnership. That happened on the channel recently. I got off the phone with them, I want to say about 2 days ago. And so I have these two bad boys right now that I'm currently working on for review. I can't talk about them and I can't stream them or do anything with them until the 18th. But I have them in my possession. I'm playing, I think, Birthright right now. Um, Amazing, amazing. The graphic, all I can say is the graphics is just whew. And as well, I have the 3DS, the new 3DS they sent me because I didn't have one. So I'm playing on it with the new 3DS. So yeah, it's gonna be some cool things for E3 this year. I'm supposed to be going on behalf of Nintendo this year instead of the website, so that will be really huge. And I'm looking forward to PAX East and PAX Prime this year. So most definitely, man, looking forward to seeing you out there, and so we can link up, me, you, and HMK, do some real awesome stuff.
Have some more fun times.
Yeah, some more fun times. You know what I mean? So yeah, and then we have two other fellow gamers on here that are from my website, gamingrealm.com. So you guys go ahead and introduce yourself to the new viewers. Uh, I guess no particular order. Whoever wants to go, I guess go ahead, Cheese. Take it off, man.
Good evening, everybody. My name is Cheese, LOL Cheesesaurus. I'm a gaming monster like you guys, and I'm here, and I'm here to stay.
Nice, nice. Go ahead, Blake. Take it away, baby.
Yeah, I'm Blake, and I'm here, and I write for Gaming Realm, and yeah, I'm here to talk about games and shit.
Hey, I like that. Straight to the point. I like that, man. I like that. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and get started here. There's a lot of stuff that's been going around the industry regarding games that we love, and that's what's so cool about Let's Talk Gaming is that we, break down everything that's been going on. So one of the crazy things is that everybody wants to know, it's a big question mark, is about Nintendo. Now, Nintendo's 2016 plans, for the NX for E3, they even had a survey out. I guess they want people to pick whether or not they should have a stage presence or they should have something regarding a direct. And that's pretty much a no-brainer because, let's be honest, they've been doing online presentation for, the longest now for E3? I think it's like, 3-4 years now? So I really think that the stage presence is the best. Live reactions is the best, being on stage and getting the live feedback from the fans is the best way to do it. So that's pretty much a no-brainer with that survey, but I'm guessing a lot of people still like the online presentation I think it's a little bit boring. I mean, yeah, you get excited and stuff, but seeing them on stage, especially with the NX and stuff like that, getting ready to be revealed at E3, I think would be pretty dope. Also, Kamishima also said that that there is some speedy development process going on right now with the NX, so everything is on track for for them to reveal it at E3 this year. So can't wait to see what it looks like. I mean, there's so many rumors and speculations on a handheld version of it, as well as the console version of it. So it's like a hybrid or whatever. But so far, it seems like their plans for 2016 is really looking really bright right now. Hopefully they don't fumble the ball. Jake, do you have anything to add or shed on the survey with them deciding if they should do an on-stage presence or off-stage presence, as well as their plans for 2016 for the NX?
So the thing about the NX, and like what I've told everybody else, is that we really don't know what this system is. Nobody does. They've been very silent about it. And amazingly, if you guys watch Kind of Funny Games' videos or their podcasts and stuff, Colin Moriarty on there put it best, is that, it's funny how there's some people out there, some publishers or developers that have the actual dev kits in hand of what the NX is or whatever it is they're probably developing games for or whatever. And funny enough, nobody has said anything. Like, there's been nothing that's been leaked out about it. So any one of these things, with the exception of that guy that works in the Japanese gaming industry, that works at the mobile market, I forgot his name, but he's a doctor, and he was one of the sources cited not too long ago about some of the NX's specs, or like what is some of the things that Nintendo's been doing. He usually breaks Nintendo news, so he's like the only real reliable source for a lot of the stuff that's been going around now or whatnot. But this survey, you have to take this with a grain of salt. The whole thing about the 900p stuff sounds very kind of, suspect to me. All the other types of stuff, mentioning some of the games, granted the IPs, with Mario, what was it, Mario, Zelda, and Donkey Kong, I think it mentioned in the survey, and a bunch of other stuff, especially the idea of it being one part a portable console and one part a home console. That raises all sorts of questions or whatnot, from like what the type of gameplay and the type of IPs we're going to get on there, to how much it's going to cost, to like what the release is going to be like. Hopefully, as we all go to E3 this year and such, that we get a lot of those answers, and I expect answers to be from Nintendo when we go over there. I don't want to go into there, and I'm pretty sure a lot of you guys out there listening and watching now doesn't want to watch E3 or tune into like the Nintendo Directs and stuff, and then we end up coming out with more questions than we do answers. I don't think this is the time right now for Nintendo to be kind of like, speaking to their people in that way. I think they need to speak to everybody. I think they really kind of need to be more upfront and forthright with what they're actually planning with the NX. They need to assure people, especially people that bought a Wii U not too long ago, maybe not recently, but maybe like over the last like couple of months, probably before the holiday season, that, they're still going to be supported. They're not going to feel like, they have to drop everything what they have now with the Wii U and actually go out and get an NX. There needs to be some rest assurance there, or at least give them a good enough reason to go spend that extra money for a brand new Nintendo hardware like that. So again, E3 is going to be interesting this year. I really hope they really kind of lay out a good game plan for all of us, over 2016 into 2017. And another fun fact that I want to throw out there that I think a lot of people are getting bent out of shape about with some of these rumors, I don't think NX is coming out this year. I think that's a very unrealistic expectation. That I think that a lot of people, I think they're just getting off the fact that, there's a lot of hype around it. There's a lot of, questions, again, unanswered and such. I think it would be a detriment to Nintendo if they released the NX this year. I think that you need to kind of give everybody at least a year to kind of germinate on that, not only to kind of get ready for buying a brand new piece of hardware, but also give some time for developers, whether it's first-party Nintendo or maybe even some third-party guys out there, to actually develop games for a good launch for the system.
Brilliant. I love it. I love everything that you're saying, and that's something that I've been saying for the longest time, is that this is not going to happen, guys. This is not going to happen, because if they do that, that's going to definitely hurt the Wii U a whole lot more than how it's being hurt right now, because the problem is that a lot of the games that are coming out for the Wii U, we can expect it to be on the NX as well as a port. So it will be like really bad for them to release the NX now, like in this year, when the the Wii U just start picking up momentum, and we have stuff like Star Fox Wii U, which we're gonna get into that. I mean Star Fox Zero, and we have Zelda Twilight Princess HD. Zelda Wii U is still like up in the air. We have host of Pokken Tournament. We have host of other games that are coming out that we're interested about, for the Wii U, and people are still going to pick up a Wii U for that. And one of the killer titles for the Wii U, actually, that a lot of people are interested in is Zelda Wii U. I know a lot of people are holding off on purchasing the Wii U just for that particular game. So it will be a huge bummer if they, like you said, Jake, if they release the NX and advertise it and everything, because they need time. Like, in order for them to come out with the NX this year, they would have to be pumping advertisement from now to get people to go pre-order and stuff like that. So I don't see it coming out this year, 2017, and that was my whole initial prediction. 2017, fall of 2017, maybe like a November 2017 release would be a realistic date for that particular thing. So, not Jake, Cheese, go ahead, man, and give your thoughts on Nintendo as a whole for 2016 for the NX, as well as their plans and stuff.
I basically disagree with everything that you two said and what we've been saying in the previous podcasts. I don't really see them releasing the NX this year either. I think this is a bad decision, especially with the games that are coming out with out on the Wii U this year. To me it just makes this perfect sense. It's just common sense, really, for it to be released next year. I'm absolutely certain that it's not going to be released this year. I'm pretty sure it's not going to be. If it is, then I'll be very surprised.
Nice. Blake?
Well, I pretty much agree with everything you guys said, but to focus on one specific thing, as far as the stage presentation versus Nintendo Direct goes, I'm leaning heavily towards the stage presentation option because I know they've been doing Nintendo Directs, but especially with a console reveal, that needs to be on a stage.
Yeah.
Even the Wii U was on a stage, and even though Nintendo did a piss poor job that time with explaining what the Wii U was, they could still a stage presentation would still help a lot with that, and I hope they do that, even though it'd be cutting off the trend of the last few years.
Hey, Wario.
Yeah.
Mind if I get back to that about the stage versus Nintendo Direct?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah,
man.
I also agree with Blake about the stage presentation. Just for the simple fact that for the most part, the Nintendo Directs are done they're pre-recorded. So in my view, I would like to see them on stage live, presenting the new hardware to the people, something brand new, just to build up the hype. So, because to me, it doesn't have the same impact when you don't present something actually live, in person. When you want to talk to a person, you would like to talk to them face to face. That's the best way to really get your message out there. But to me, Nintendo Directs are fine, but just being out where people are live and talking to them face to face, it's just, to me, it's just really just gets the hype up there more than just a pre-made Direct. That's just me, though.
Yeah, I think they work perfectly fine for E3s where they just have games to show and stuff. It's fine, but I think it wouldn't work as well for a console reveal. It's pretty much a necessary option for the stage presentation, in my opinion.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and it's also better to for tech demonstrations as well. So I think it'll probably be more beneficial for them to do it live, on stage, so people have a better idea of what the console's about. Because I feel it'd be harder. It might be a little bit tougher to convey in a pre-recorded message, or not. I could see them doing it either way, but I just feel it would have more value to do it live.
It makes a lot of sense.
Especially if they're showing off all the launch titles too, and yeah, I think it'd just be more exciting for people. Because people were even excited for the Wii U until Nintendo made all the mistakes in the world.
That's true. That is so true. But yeah, like I said, man, live reactions is the best. Period. Just being on stage live, people be able to interact with you, talk with you, get excited on screaming on top of their lungs and everything. But yeah, so I'm with you guys 100%. And like I said in my GW Theory video that I made on the channel, I said 2017 is a more realistic date for the NX, and I'm sticking with that. But if they come out with it this year, then they're as crazy as cuckoo for Cocoa Pops. But anyway.
And also, like, let's be real here. We all love it when, like Microsoft, Nintendo, and Sony announce something, and everyone in the background just start going batshit crazy. We all love that. Come on now. You want to hear the screams and like, yeah, this is coming out. With Nintendo Directs, you don't hear that.
Yeah, it's boring because it's pre-recorded and it's just like, yeah, there's no, it's not the same. So when you go to E3, you're like, yes, it's all about stage presence. It's all about, sitting, with crowds of people, interacting with people who you saw last year. It's all about the love, man, the passion, and everything like that. So Nintendo needs to bring that back, and I have a strong feeling that they're going to shock the world with stage presence this year. I guarantee you, y'all gonna be coming back to this podcast hearing me saying it. It's gonna happen because for the reveal of the NX, that is huge, man. That's another Nintendo console. So they're gonna have to switch it up, man. They can't fumble this ball. This is not like the Super Bowl where they can fumble the ball. Okay, they have to pick it up and they have to run with it, man. They have to make this work because the Wii U, I mean, it's another GameCube in my eyes. So they really, really have to bring the pain. This is the time for them to nail it with marketing, nail it with explaining what the system is about, nail it with better multiplayer experience, better third party. Umped up the first party a little bit more, give us some more peripherals where we can go to the store and actually pick up, not like with the Wii U pad where we were stuck with it and some people, their battery died and, they couldn't replace it, but they had to send it to Nintendo to get it fixed. None of that nonsense. So hopefully they learn from their mistakes with the Wii U because, like I said, launch title-wise, it was bad, and there were huge droughts because there were no third-party titles. So the good part is now, from what I'm hearing, is that they're reaching out to third-party developers, and they want to work with them. So that's a huge, huge plus, especially with the whole Cloud getting in Smash Brothers, and now we're hearing that Final Fantasy 15, that's the big rumor, is coming to the NX, and that's huge, So
that would be awesome.
Yeah, it's really exciting to hear stuff like that, So I just can't wait to see, what they're going to bring for 2016 and their plans and such. But according to Kamishima, he's like, everything is looking good in preparations for the NX launch. So my theory is it's going to be next year, and that's what I'm gonna stick by. So let's move on along here. So we have something else that we want to talk about that is very troublesome here, and this has to do with a Wii U title called Star Fox Zero. Okay, now I don't know if Jake remembers this, but when we were at E3, I got the chance to play the game at the Nintendo booth, and I was really disappointed. I was like,
I think all of us did. I think all of us got a chance to get some hands-on time with that game.
It was bad. It was. I was not impressed at all.
I'll say one thing. I didn't mind the presentation, even though it looks like it could be better. I think it could be a little bit better. I like some of the content, especially the idea they're bringing the Walker from Star Fox 2, which was kind of never used, even though there's a ROM of the full complete game out now or whatnot. So I think that's a cool concept and a nice hark back to classic Star Fox. What I didn't like was the motion controls for the gyroscope on the gamepad. I think that's what everybody, me, you, HMK, and a bunch of other people we know were the exact same complaints. Like, we just want to play it with the analog sticks or just play it with the Gamepad Pro, instead of the actual gamepad itself, just the controller Pro, I should say. It just, that did not feel good because it just felt awkward when you're actually controlling the R-Wings and you're actually going around and stuff, especially with the targeting.
Well,
Yeah,
the
that's true.
presentation's already gotten a lot better.
Yeah, since the last time we saw it, the
Yeah,
new
there's
update that they showed, yeah.
Yeah, we've seen
Yeah.
it since when we saw it. It was about 6 months ago, or a little bit more right about now at this point, right? Like, give or take, whatnot. And some of the trailers and stuff that we're seeing now, it looks pretty dope. I think it looks pretty interesting and such. One thing I do want to know about, I don't know if they've even said this or not, online multiplayer. I want to know about that. I feel like the last couple Star Fox games really need online multiplayer.
I don't even want to talk about that anymore.
Like, that is something that I haven't heard them at all talk about, not once, and I think that's something that the series needs. That's what Star Fox 64 3D needed. That would have been one of the most perfect 3DS games out there if that had multiplayer, but it didn't for whatever reason. And this one, I feel like if it doesn't, it's going to be a huge missed opportunity.
Like, I feel that like for some reason, like, just Nintendo just they just make questionable decisions about their games sometimes. I don't understand. Why would a game like Star Fox not have multiplayer? I cannot. I don't understand at all.
And let's bring this up also, too, because let's be real for a second. Star Fox Zero is pretty much almost a rehash of Star Fox 64. I think that Nintendo, after the release of, like, Star Fox Adventure, Star Fox Assault, and some of these other spin-off titles, kind of came to the conclusion, like, all of us really love Star Fox 64, so let's just give them more Star Fox 64. Let's kind of, like, re-rinse that formula out, because it's a formula that works. I think that they could take it even further, and that's what we're all hoping for Star Fox Zero. I think that is a general consensus we all and everybody out there listening could probably agree on and such. But one of the things that I'm really kind of worried about with this game is that it's going to be too much like Star Fox 64. Granted, they got the walker sections and all that. I don't want it to be kind of like a copy and paste, though, especially in the terms of the story. Like, it's very confusing getting it out of Nintendo of, like, where this actually takes place or what's, like, the context of this story that's being told to us. Because my understanding, it's still kind of like in the same setting as Star Fox 64, like not even that much afterwards, as far as all the Assault and all the other games that came out after it. Like, that almost seems like a retcon, or am I wrong on this?
I think you're right.
From what I hear, I heard it's like a reboot.
Yeah.
Which I don't really like, by the way. I would have preferred them to continue from, I think the latest game was Assault.
Was Assault, yeah, on GameCube.
They honestly,
I would prefer them to continue from that storyline.
They should have retconned Command because the story was pretty terrible in that game.
That was after Assault,
and
I
just,
think, Command.
Yeah, and just they should have continued from Assault and just retcon Command because that was a handheld title. It wasn't a big deal. It was just kind of infamous for a bad story that kind of went nowhere. But they could have just retconned one game, continued from Assault, which actually had a pretty good story, and made stuff off of that. But I guess they didn't want to for some reason.
I also feel that part of the reason why the decisions that were made gameplay wise and just the game in general for the new Star Fox game was made is probably because of Shigeru Miyamoto's like this old fashioned way of thinking. That's why
Old-fashioned Japanese way of thinking and stubborn.
Come on,
I don't know if that's really fair to say that, though, about it.
I'm pretty sure that's the reason. I'm like 100% sure because, like, let's be real here. Like, he has like a certain way of doing things. I'm right.
It's true. I gotta agree with that. He's very stubborn. He is very stubborn.
I mean, you remember how stubborn he was with Wii Music?
Oh God, that garbage.
I hope that despite Miyamoto, I hope they just have full gamepad well, not gamepad as in the gamepad, controller support for the game where don't have to use any motion controls. I think they will in the end. I hope and think that they will realize that that's kind of necessary. So.
Yeah, and I hope it doesn't get canceled because one of the
I
things
don't
that
think
I
that's
really
gonna happen.
do. Yeah, I hope not.
It's coming out
Because
April 22nd, I think it is the date that they still have.
yeah,
Yeah,
hopefully they stick by it because yeah,
Ima-
having problems with controls, that's not good. You know,
ima-
that's
Yeah, but keep in
fundamental.
mind, we saw that 6 months ago, or over 6 months ago at this point, so a lot might have changed.
But
yeah.
this was something recent though. Like this was
I
a
don't know if
recent article.
I don't know if I totally believe that article though, because I don't know, it didn't seem super trustworthy, personally.
Well, yeah, you never know. You never know. But at the same time though, I really I don't know. In my heart I feel like it's not gonna get good reviews just for the simple fact that it's just I don't know. Maybe it's just me, but I'm really not that hyped for it at all. Like it just
Yeah, I'm
really kind of
not.
put a bad taste in my mouth, you know.
I am
Like
by default, but whatever.
Yeah.
I'm not. I'm not. I'm telling you the truth.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not hype. But we'll see. Hopefully the delay that they delayed it. It's just a better overall game from what we saw. They can polish it up and make it a whole better experience. Add multiplayer for Christ's sake, because like Jake was saying, that would just be icing on the cake for Star Fox fans. But we're just gonna have to wait and see. But if it does come out, I'm pretty sure everybody's gonna buy it. But I'm hoping it's not gonna be a rinse wash like what you call it, Mario Ultra Tennis, because that was a huge that was so much
That
trash.
was like big. That was like such a big flop, man.
I remember
Yeah,
seeing that at
like
E3
that.
too. I remember a bunch of people playing that as well. That was funny.
That game was so much trash.
I'm not gonna lie. When I first saw the review, I was just like all the reviews. I was like, God dang.
Mario
Like-
Tennis on GameCube has a million times more depth and gameplay variety than Ultra Smash, and that's pretty sad.
Oh yeah, Mario Power Tennis. That game
Yeah.
was.
It's actually a great game.
Yeah, that is.
Yeah, it's ridiculous. Oh, we have some things here in the comments firing off. We have Lady Nikki saying that like Mighty Number 9. Thank you, Lady Nikki. Mighty Number 9. I am so sick of them with Mighty Number 9 because it's like really, like seriously, you being serious right now? Like Mighty Number 9 was delayed like 3 times. Okay, 3 times. All right. Now I'm all about delaying games and making it better, but I mean too many delays, man. That it's just after a while it just puts a bad taste in your mouth. You know what I mean? And it's like I don't know. Mighty Number 9 is the next thing again. I mean, it's not even that graphical intense or anything, and I know they said that it was just some multiplayer issue.
I thought it was
server
finished
issues.
when I was at E3 and I played it. I thought it was like getting close to being finished. Like
Yeah.
it seemed pretty good. Like you remember playing that, right? Like
Yeah, yeah.
it was pretty. It looked like it was finished.
Oh my Jesus! I don't know. I have my hand on my face right now because it's. I was looking forward to playing that game in February. Yeah, in this month. I was looking. It was one of the titles that I was like, yes, like they were gonna send it to me, and I was gonna review it. Everything was gonna be great. Next thing I know, I got an email. Sorry, we pushed it back till spring. I'm like, are you kidding me?
Dang.
Yeah, like they emailed me the PR. They emailed me and they were like, "Oh, we're sorry, we have to push it back on till spring." I'm like, "Oh my God, really? Another delay? Really? For some
Hey,
what?"
well, we heard that you wanna review our game here, so we decided to push it back to spring.
Yeah, after we funded the crap out of it, after we funded it like crazy to get it kickstarted, okay, and everybody was so hyped for it because we already know it's a Mega Man ripoff, but still, we were hyped for it. We couldn't wait to play it, and it kind of add a little bit of variety, a little bit of seasoning, a little bit of pepper on everybody's tongue, for something to play on the Wii U or whatever system they buy it on. But it's sad. It's just really sad that it's something simple as multiplayer servers. That's come on, man. Like, you know how many times people release games with bad online server? Look at EA. Prime example. They release a game and you can't even play the online because the online is shot. And then right away they find a way to fix it. So I don't think that's something for them to delay the game for what, a whole 3-4 months out just for them to work that out. It just makes no sense to me. But like I said, you know, same thing with Star Fox. All these delays, and then when the game finally comes out, it's just like a wash. You know, it's like, what is this? You know. But again, we just have to wait and see. We can't put the cart before the horse, so we're just gonna have to wait and see on that terms. Anything else that y'all want to shed on Star Fox before we move along?
I'm not gonna lie, I already told you this, Wario, but I mean, I kind of agree with you with, you know, how the game looks. Like, I'm not really too excited about it either, but, you know, hopefully I'm wrong and, you know, it does the Star Fox brand justice.
I hope so, man. I really do. I really hope so.
One final thought. Remember, it got confirmed that it's going to have amiibo support. I expect a Star Fox themed amiibo, whether it's an R-Wing, whether it's a Walker, or something. Give me a brand new Star Fox themed amiibo with that.
Yeah, right. I'm not even going to hold my breath.
Who knows? I mean,
Twilight Princess got it. I'm just saying, they got the Wolf Link amiibo, so give me a Star Fox amiibo and I'm good.
I mean, I wouldn't doubt it, but I mean, that does make me really too hyped, though.
Yeah, a real talk, you know.
I'm more. I mean, I just want the game to be good.
Yeah, I'm a huge Star Fox fan, so I'm hoping that Wario and Cheese are both very wrong on this topic.
Hey, man,
they could
Star
be.
Fox fan too, man. Okay, I love Star Fox. You know, I just, like I say, if I think a game looks like crap, I'm just gonna say, like, man, this game looks like it sucks. Man.
Yeah.
I mean, that's just how it is. Like, that's just how I see it. But, you know, if I'm gonna pay like 60 bones for a game, you know, I just want it to be good. If it's crap,
if it ends up sucking, then I'll be honest. If it sucks, you know,
it sucks.
I'm just hoping that it doesn't.
Just gotta take the L for that one.
Because I have fond memories of playing Star Fox Adventures, Assault, you know, 64. I mean, you know, those are good games. But for some reason, I just don't have that spark when I see it. It's just like, whatever.
Yeah, it's just like, not interested. You know what I mean? It's just like old newspaper. Yeah, throw it away.
They're more prettier. Just like this other stuff coming out. This more flashier stuff coming out. That's just the best way I can explain it.
Exactly. Shoot, I'm more excited for a game that I already played and beat, which is Zelda Twilight Princess HD than Star Fox. You know, all that is, you know, well, they have a saying, you take a turd, no matter how much you polish up a turd, it's still a turd. Well, guess what? It's the same thing with Zelda Twilight Princess HD. It's the same game that we played with just additional things like the cave with the caverns or whatever, with the Wolf Link amiibo thing and just some added features here and there. It's the same game, but I'm excited to play it. You know, and that was one of the stuff that I was talking about Nintendo about. I was like, hey, you know, this is gonna sell like hotcakes all over again, even though it's an old game. And it's sad to say, but a lot of people are more excited for Zelda Twilight Princess HD than they are about Star Fox. It's like Star Fox is just like, you know what I mean? The freaking, what do you call it now? The Genesis, the Sega Genesis of the gaming race here. It's like, come on now, seriously. You know,
I'm excited for both.
Man, that's not good.
It's not good. Not good at all. You know? So I don't know, man. Like, I really want him to do well. I really want him to kind of push forward. Somebody keeps bringing up Mario Strikers 2. Don't hold your breath, whoever you...
Mario Strikers 2 already came out.
Well, that's hard, but I want...
Same thing.
Dude, I would be so happy if they made Mario Strikers Charge, like like another Mario Strikers game, because I was a beast in Mario Strikers Charge. I love that game.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
I mean, it was kind of broken, I'm not gonna lie, like if you play that game competitively, it was broken, but I still had a blast. Yeah, I'm with you on that one. Make another one, Nintendo, please.
They
Yeah,
can't
they
disagree
do
on that.
that. It's in the bag, pretty much. It's pretty much in the bag. Um, but like I said, man, they just have Nintendo have got their work cut out for them, and I really want Nintendo to do good. I really do. Can y'all hear me?
Yeah.
Yeah, I really want them to do well, and so like I said, they really got to wow us with Star Fox. They really have to wow us. I am so serious right now. They have a lot of work to do, and hey, bring it. Bring the pain. Bring it. So let's move on here. Now, Ubisoft confirms it's working on Watch Dogs 2. Okay? Now, Watch Dogs, oh my God, is one of the biggest disgrace of the gaming race. That game is so much trash. Like, I mean, you know, it's like the division of our time right now. It's
Oh my
like
God.
the division that we're going through, the separation that we're going through right
You
now.
don't know how much I disagree with you.
Because
I'm one of the few people that actually really liked Watch Dogs.
oh, Watch
And
Dogs is
I don't
garbage.
understand. I don't understand it. I don't understand why people hate it so much. It didn't even get like terrible reviews. I don't understand it.
Like to tell you the truth though, like I don't really understand
Yeah.
like why people hate it so much either. But like I just think it's funny because like almost everyone I met said the game was trash, and I actually knew a person who bought the game and he like traded it like I think like the same day. Like I was just like, yo, why does everyone hate this game so much? It's just
Yeah,
so,
I don't get it.
I mean, I think it's maybe from what I see, like I think it's feel like it's like straight. I mean, it's okay, but
It's no
I feel like
GTA 5 or something, but I thought it was good. I just didn't get it.
I think that it was just if it was just overhyped. You know, when you overhype something, and
That's
you
probably it because I didn't follow the hype whatsoever. I just bought it out of random, and I
oh,
liked it. So that's probably it.
that's probably why, because you didn't have like huge expectations. Because
Exactly.
this game was like the premier next gen game for
Yeah.
When they showed it off at E3, was it 3-4 years back? Everybody was like, "Yo!" As soon as we got out of the press conference, everybody was like, "Yo, yo, Watch Dogs, yo, look at the graphics, son. Look at the." I mean, people was going insane. People was losing their minds. Look at his
Yeah,
jacket.
right.
Look at his jacket in real time. Look at the weather effects. Look at how his jacket's all soaking wet. Oh, look how he's controlling stuff with the phone. Don't get me wrong, the concept is amazing with the phone. The hacking and all of that is really good. But it's just the gameplay and how mediocre and how PS2-like. You know, a lot of these games that we're hyping up so much
Really?
right now on the PS4, like they don't even look next gen to me. They look like PS2. It looked like a PS2 game. And Watch Dogs on the Wii U, come on. Big, one of the
Yeah, that was a pretty bad port.
Oh my god, that game was straight. Ugh.
straight garbage.
It might as well not even come out on Wii U. It was so bad.
It looked like straight hot garbage. Hot garbage. Okay? So it's just that port shouldn't even have been, because they were having issues, you know, porting the game over to begin with. They should have just forget it. Can Watch Dogs for the Wii U, because it was bad. It was just terrible. So
I agree.
for Watch Dogs 2, I hope they capitalize on their mistakes, and I hope, chances are from what I'm hearing, that it's going to be a launch title for the NX. If that's true, then that's huge. Especially if it's a time exclusive to where it comes out on the NX first before it hits PlayStation 4 and Xbox One. That will also be huge, because a lot of people will gravitate to the Wii, not to the Wii U, to the NX, and pick up an NX just to play Watch Dogs 2. So who knows? Maybe this is Nintendo's way of saying, hey, let's bring back the third-party support, you know, the big third-party support capabilities that we come to know and love. So hey, who knows, man? They can do it, you know. But the thing is that it's funny how they're working on Watch Dogs 2 right now, and they skip Assassin's Creed 4. Hallelujah! Thank you, Jesus.
That's good.
To me,
Ubisoft,
Assassin's Creed? Oh, it's like cockroach. It's like the cockroach of the industry. Like, I mean, just die already. Just die. I'm tired of Assassin's Creed. I'm tired of Call of Duty. Okay? I'm tired of Halo. I'm tired of Halo. Okay? I'm just tired of all these franchises that they've been milking.
Halo doesn't come out every year.
Man,
so
Halo 5 is garbage.
I'm not gonna. Well, I haven't really played it that much, so I can't really say it's
I
garbage.
still need to play it. I just got a copy, so.
I hear it's not all that. So I mean,
It's garbage. I'm just telling you that right now. If you think that you're gonna be pulled in like Halo 2 pulled you in with the story and Halo 1,
oh no,
you're in for a treat.
I mean, I saw like some videos. I mean, I wouldn't really buy an Xbox One for one. But I mean, it's just, I don't think
it's disappointing. But Halo 4 is my favorite Halo game. But at the same time, it does look like 5 is pretty disappointing. But I'm gonna give it a try for myself and see what I think.
Yeah, and looking forward to seeing your review.
Yeah, once I can actually finish a fucking game, I'll try to do a review. I did Amplitude, but that only took a few hours.
Oh wow, yeah, I remember that. Yeah,
That was
it's just. Oh my God! Oh, Lady Nikki said after Unity, Ubisoft should be ashamed of themselves. Yeah, I think so too. And oh my God, Gravity, that garbage. Yeah, and what's this new thing, Firewatch? Let's throw it all out there. That is so boring and cliche and stupid. Like
that game looks pretty interesting.
Oh, that game is boring.
Ends today, man.
Game is garbage. I'm sorry. Firewatch.
Marlon's throwing everything in the trash today.
It's garbage, man. I'm sorry. It's hot garbage.
Have you played it?
I saw it. I don't even want a game like that. I don't even want to play because
it's not your cup of tea. Then there's that.
There's no story. There's no story that's gonna keep me entertained or anything like that. I saw the game. I don't have to play it. I already know it's garbage already.
I mean, I understand
my time.
I mean, I perfectly understand what you mean, Mario. I mean, but there are some cases where I thought that about a game, but and actually, kind of changed my judgment about it. It's rare.
That is true.
Usually pinpoint like accurate about a game, but there are times where I'm like, oh, I was wrong,
Also, I'm pretty sure Firewatch has a story. Are you thinking of The Witness?
Oh, don't
first-person puzzle game?
Don't get me started on The Witness, because that game was bad.
No.
Bad. It was unique,
I've heard that.
but bad. Yeah, I didn't like that game. I actually played. No.
I'm getting a hint of what your taste in games are because you seem to not like that kind of game specifically.
No. Waste of time.
I only like some of them anyway, so I can kind of see where you're coming from. But
yeah, dude,
it's on a game-by-game basis for me.
Yeah, exactly. It's just like, I don't know. Like, a lot of these games that they've been coming out with is just, I don't know. It's just a waste of time, waste of your energy and everything. Okay, let's move along here. Sonic the Hedgehog movie confirmed for 2018. Now, we all know that Sonic is dead, officially dead after Sonic Boom, because that was a disgrace 2 years ago when I played it at E3.
I remember playing that at E3. Oh, God.
Oh, God. That was an abomination to the Sonic
we all
franchise.
knew that game was not going to be that great when we first played it. I remember playing the 3DS version. I thought, like, well, this is okay, but this is not in a good direction.
God, it's like old vomit on the floor.
Remember when they had the statues at the Sega booth?
Yeah, hyping this
And
thing
the cartoon was playing in the background. Whatever happened to the cartoon, by the way?
That cartoon
Cartoon's
was just,
still airing.
I never saw an episode of the cartoon show up on TV. Like, I never saw an advertisement for it. I never saw anything for it at all.
I've seen some of them on YouTube.
I'm glad I never saw anything. I don't want
I thought it was supposed to be on Cartoon Network or something. At least that's what they were saying at the time. But I
The show is actually good. I'm just saying it. The show is actually good. The games suck ass, though.
Wait, the show is good?
Yes, it actually is.
You're not pulling my chain, are you?
No, it's actually pretty funny.
Wow.
Well, how
But
bad?
Sony, just stop. Sony, just stop. Don't do it. Because
The movie's
here's the thing:
gonna-
they're saying it's a live-action hybrid movie for Sonic the
What?
Hedgehog. That's
Ugh.
read that press release or read the news going around. That's the wording that they use.
Why would they do this? They're
And
saying
that's my case in point. That's not Sonic. Like I would take an all CG movie, or I would take an animated movie like the Japanese one that Sonic CD was based on. I would be totally down with that. But this sounds like they're going to try to bring Sonic into the real world, kind of like Sonic Adventure a little bit to an extent, or like the Sonic 06 game, where again you have humans interacting with Sonic and his friends. I don't want that. That's not a Sonic the Hedgehog story to me.
So
Like,
basically,
agree with you, man. This is just like a recipe just for like not being faithful to Sonic. It's just
just be prepared, people, to be very disappointed with this. If this is where the direction that Sony's going with this, because it just does not, from the way they're talking about, does not sound like a good Sonic thing that we are really going to get excited about as Sonic fans out there. And again, I don't know how much of Sonic fans you guys are, but I know there's some Sonic the Hedgehog fans out there that probably grew up with Sega Genesis and stuff or whatever. But this doesn't sound like it's going to be a Sonic the Hedgehog story we could get excited about.
So basically, I'm predicting it's going to be like the terrible Smurfs movies with the freaking live action,
Maybe, or think
terrible animation.
Masters of the Universe. Have you ever seen Masters of the Universe, the live action movie?
Yeah, I know about it at least.
Okay, well, the idea from that was that the story that they told didn't take place in the places of which is from the show and like the toy line and stuff. It didn't take place in Eternia. It got brought into the real world through this device, this dimensional thing or whatever, and it just reeks. The way they're talking about it reeks of something like that. Like I could imagine their explanation is that all of a sudden Dr. Eggman or Dr. Robotnik did some stuff. I'm calling him Dr. Robotnik, by the way. This Eggman stuff has got to go. Dr. Robotnik, right, okay, had did something to the Chaos Emeralds and just messed stuff up, and then Sonic and his friends are now in the real world. They're in San Francisco. They watch. I'm telling you, it's coming. It's coming. Watch.
Oh yeah, I feel like
Good prediction.
I feel like that's probably what the movie's gonna be about. I feel like he's like really on point with that. That makes a lot of sense. I don't want it to be like that, but I feel like it might be like that.
It's gonna be a flop, bro. I mean, let's be honest here, man. Let's be honest with ourselves, okay? When they released Sonic Boom, okay, and they slap a $59 price tag on it, we already knew it was a disaster before it came out, okay? And the studio, okay, big Red Button? Yeah, they were gonna go out of business, okay, because the game was just so bad. It was just a huge backlash. Now, the creator of Sonic, the guy who created Sonic, he needs to come back wherever he is at in a rock hiding somewhere and make us a full-fledged Sonic Adventure game on the PS4 and the Xbox One and the NX or whichever platform it comes out on. That's what we need.
I don't even think we need that, dude. I think that either you have to go back and redo the drawing board like what they tried to do with Sonic 4 and go back to that classic formula, or just completely just leave Sonic alone and just don't even bother. Because Sonic, in of itself, as a Sega kid, I could say this, because I was a big Sonic the Hedgehog fan with my Sega Genesis back in the day. Sonic is a relic of the 90s. And the thing is that I don't think he's really translated well, as much as a lot of people out there trying to let on, to the modern day, with a lot of it, the way that stuff goes on with his games and stuff. The way that Sega has handled him, there isn't a lot of respect for him as an IP, as an icon. Like, they had him as an icon for such a long time. And I would argue all the way up to about the Sonic Adventure games. And then just after those titles, after Dreamcast and all that, they kept trying to do new things, reinvent Sonic in different ways, and it just was not working every single time. At least the way that I felt it. It's just Sonic needs to just go away for a long time, if at all permanently.
Well, yeah, I absolutely agree with Jake on this. I feel like what you said about Sonic being a relic of the '90s is kind of true, because like I feel like with games today, the way Sonic, like I guess the way his abilities just doesn't really work well with like modern games today, because you know how he just runs like super fast, and I just feel like it was good in the '90s for like side scrollers, but I feel like it's just hard to translate into games that people have expectations for, with like 3D and everything. It just hasn't been really translated well.
Sonic isn't himself anymore. That's the thing. Like every single game, like look at Sonic and the Black Knight, Sonic and the Secret Rings, Sonic Colors, Sonic '06, I would argue. You know, Sonic Boom now. Like there's all these Sonic games that try to implement something that's like, you know, not so much gimmicky as it is, you know, kind of a little bit dumb and stupid because they get away from what Sonic really is. Sonic is about speed, and I think that the game. If you ever played the Game Boy Advance games of Sonic the Hedgehog, Sonic Advance, I think it's 1, 2, 3, and 4. I think it is that those games again they take much of a classic approach to Sonic and his gameplay while still
Those games are
simultaneously
good.
introducing these characters. That to me is a little bit much more a line of what Sonic really truly is. It's just expanding that formula. Like Sonic the Hedgehog 3 and Knuckles, I feel like it was the one game or the two games, you know, put together or whatnot that really kind of like expanded upon that formula and really perfected it. Even though some people will give it to Sonic 2 or whatnot, but like there was that in Sonic CD. But I feel like that game series was really the pinnacle of what Sonic really was, and that's just been lost in translation over the years.
Yeah, that is so true. You preaching, boy. You preaching. Somebody give him a water. Preaching, man. I'm telling you, like Sonic, stick a fork in it, man. Like it's done. You know, like it's they could have done so much more over the years with Sonic, and I feel like that this is Sega's way of saying, you know what, let's try to branch out into movies, but yeah, it's a little bit too late for that gravy train. And so as a result of that, I don't know, maybe at E3 they might wow us with a new Sonic game. I'm not going to hold my breath on it, but if they decide to, I hope it's well done for their sake, because if it's not well done and if it's a garbage rehash of Sonic Boom, then yeah, I think a lot of people are.
Wasn't there talk
really
of another
upset.
Generations game? Like at one point,
Yeah.
like, there was a rumor going around that they were going to do Sonic Generations 2.
Yeah, that and Sonic Adventure 2. I mean Sonic Adventure 3 as well.
I don't think we need any of that, honestly.
I know, right?
But if it's good though.
A lot of people was it was one of my favorites, but a lot of people were really excited about that, you know, getting redone again or getting a full sequel to it. But yeah, you know, like I said, we're just gonna have to wait and see on basically what this movie is about. I don't know what it's gonna be about, and if it's CGI, blah, blah, that's gonna be just bad. But yeah, who knows? It might be good. You know, hopefully they get themselves together.
At least we have the Ratchet and Clank movie coming in 2 months, and that actually looks really
That
good.
looks fantastic.
Yeah, I can't wait. That'll probably be the first really good video game-based movie, I'm calling it. Because there's been such a bad, like, you know, background with that, but this movie actually has the original voice actors, the original writer from the games. You really can't go wrong there, because those are two elements that are usually lost in translation with the movies, so there you go.
Pretty much.
Recipe for success.
Yeah, man. Well, it's just, I don't know, man. Sonic is just, the blue trash hedgehog. Yeah, we're just gonna have to wait and see what happens with that movie. I'm not gonna hold my breath on it at all. Now, okay, so this is another. We have, I think, like about 2 more topics, and then we'll be done. All right, so let's jump on this here, and this is a big topic here, and I think we all can relate to this as, you know, people in the industry that writes, that talks and reviews stuff, and you know, we're all in the industry here. So, GameTrailers, they shut down. I think, what was it, like almost a week now, or 3-4 days ago, or something like that, and that was very shocking to me. Because I hate IGN. I can't stand them. Okay, I don't like. Kotaku is pretty good, but it's just a handful of them that I really do like. But GameTrailers was my favorite. You know, like they had, you know, the trailers, the game trailers that they showed off, and I feel like a lot of people gain inspiration from GameTrailers. You know, and it's just the way how they analyze trailers and analyze the games, break down the reviews, and I could you know relate to a lot of the reviews that they do put out there. but it was very shocking to me, and it's a very, very big eye opener for people that are in the industry that, hey, websites are not like it used to be. Everything is on YouTube now. Like all the YouTubers that you can think of that are big, that are like in the 10,000 and up mark, or not even much so in the 10,000 up mark, but under. They are really, really like taking over as far as the news is concerned. Like YouTube has taken over that journalism side of things as far as, how the news is being conveyed. And it's just goes to show you there's not enough finances to keep, websites afloat anymore, because there's not enough traffic and people are not, going to game websites anymore. They're really just focusing on their favorite YouTuber to give them the news that they want to hear. And I feel like YouTube now is just getting bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger and stronger, to the point where if you're not the IGNs or the Kotakus or the Destructoid or Polygon or any of those big N4G or any of these big established websites, then you pretty much, yeah, it's you're gonna be suffering for traffic pretty much, because a lot of the people, like maybe 3-4 years ago, yeah, it was booming back then. Like people was going to websites religiously to get information and stuff. But now it's like everybody's going to YouTube. Everybody is doing different things now other than just going to websites. And it's sad, It's really, really. I think at one point GameSpot was about to shut down as well. So it's sad to see GameTrailers go. But hey, you know what? It is what it is, and it just goes to show you that, hey, nothing lasts forever, and they can't. I think they were saying that they couldn't afford to pay the employees anymore because, like I said, there was no money flowing because no traffic, no advertisement. Hey, no money. So it's sad. I'm kind of heartbroken about it, but it is what it is. And like I said, we got to look forward to the future now to see what's next. And YouTube is that future, because Google owns YouTube, and YouTube is forever going to be funded by Google, and it's going to evolve better and better and better and better as time goes by, and more people are jumping on the platform, and they're taking advantage of it. And a lot of journalists, they have YouTube channels. They just get their PR information straight from their email, and it just conveyed in the video. And who needs a website anymore? So that's how the whole thing is running right now as far as the industry is concerned. Jake, go ahead and take it off, baby.
Well, I think that, obviously GameTrailers is a monumental site. Again, it's been around for like 13 years. For me, back in the day, GameTrailers was the alternative to IGN, because if I wasn't going to IGN to check out my stuff on there, or my news or whatever podcasts or videos I wanted to check out, I was going to GameTrailers. And also keep in mind, GameTrailers is notable for a couple of different things. Number one, it's where Jeff Keighley really kind of got put into the public eye for a lot of people, especially with all the different types of specials and types of series and shows that the website had, like Bonus Round and everything else, and especially their live coverage from E3, CES, and Comic-Con, and all these other different shows. I think that's where it really kind of resonates with a lot of people, especially more towards the middle end of their life cycle now at this point. So that's what, to me, GameTrailers was really significant for. Again, I watched stuff like Bonus Round, I watched stuff like Pack Attack, and a bunch of the other shows that were on there that were very good. They used to get a lot of good guests on there, again, from other websites or developers, where they used to have developer interviews, which were really interesting and really insightful. Now, the thing about it, and the reason why, outside of the buyout, the big was it not multi-million-dollar company, but the big company that bought them out, as far as bought them as a website and then started liquidating their assets and everything. Really, besides that, the reason why that was able to happen is because YouTube specifically made things easier for the common person to check out. Everybody used to go to GameTrailers specifically for GameTrailers, ironically, and other video-related content that was really, back in the day, wasn't really put out there by a lot of other major outlets. With GameTrailers, it was a place that you went to for that specific type of content. You went there for video-related content, and it was good. It was a high production value. It was awesome. And again, especially when it came to live events and archives of live events, that was a big deal. Now, when YouTube started to become really more popular, more mainstream, and more global, as far as like the appeal is concerned. You could go to any sort of YouTube channel and check out videos, from people that were actually at these events, from other developers that, from other websites or other personalities, get your information, your news from different people that were the alternative to what were already considered big major AAA outlets, and that appealed to a lot of people, again, because it was a lot more simpler to kind of get all this information or get other information you weren't going to get at these places. And that's what really contributed to the downfall. Well, really the kind of like decline of GameTrailers itself. Now, the differences between GameTrailers and a lot of other AAA websites like IGN, like Kotaku, like Polygon and such, is that they've kind of found different ways to make YouTube work for them while simultaneously kind of like opening up their area of like the different types of content they make and the different subjects they cover. GameTrailers maybe not so much compared to a lot of these other guys. So again, it gets into a lot of discussion about ad block, as far as like the audience is concerned, the appeal of the audience, the type of content they produce, and it gets really down a really deep rabbit hole. But overall, one can't deny that GameTrailers made a huge, significant impact for a lot of people in the industry.
Oh, that's well said. Well said. Cheese, have you been to game trailers before, man?
Oh man, of course. I've been going to GameTrailers for a while now. So when this news, when I heard this news, I was just like, "What? Really?" Because I've always thought that the reviews were top notch. Every review I've watched on GameTrailers, it was just so detailed and just so clear for like people to understand. They actually just go in depth in the game, just like dig deep. So when I heard about the going under, I was just kind of just a little disappointed because I'll kind of miss them because I felt like they did things in a distinct way that really popped out from the others. So it sucks to see them go, but yeah, like you said, nothing lasts forever.
Yes, indeed.
But
Blake?
one more thing
Yeah.
though, I gotta go, man. I was supposed to stay for this 30 minutes, but you know how it is. I be getting engaged in the conversation. I gotta go.
No doubt, man. No doubt.
I would stay, but I gotta make sure I'm good to go for tomorrow. But it's nice talking to you all.
Yep.
Yeah, you too,
See
man.
you, Cheese.
See you, man. Take
Take
care.
it easy. Enjoy your Valentine's Day.
That's the plan.
Yeah. Yeah, make sure you do that, man. Eat lots of chocolates, okay?
I already got some chocolates. All right, see ya.
All right, take care, man. Yeah,
That
Blake,
last comment was mad suspect. I'm just saying. Mad suspect. Nah, I'm goofing with him.
I know, right? Blake, you wanted to add anything on game trailers real quick?
Yeah, definitely. I like GameTrailers a lot. I went there all the time. Less in the last few years, so I almost feel guilty, but but I started going there in 2008. I loved the stuff from Screw Attack, especially that was featured on there all the time. Angry Video Game Nerd, all the original Screw Attack.
AVGN, definitely. Hell yeah.
Oh
AVGN,
yeah,
super important.
and then obviously some of the great game trailer shows, like obviously the reviews. Stuff from Jeff Keighley, the Doritos Pope, just all that other stuff. It's really sad to see, but it kind of is inevitable because even on YouTube, I have so much stuff I'm subscribed to that I can't even keep up with it. So how could I keep up with game trailers on top of that? It's sad, but it's just how things are working these days. You get more personalities that are doing their own thing, aren't connected to a website, so you get anything you could really want on YouTube.
Yeah, more competition.
So all I can really say is, rest in peace, game trailers. 13 years, good run.
Real talk, man. Real talk. It's been a hot minute. Like I said, I love them too. But yeah, it is what it is. This guy said, I bet you now that Star Fox is gonna get canceled. Oh boy.
Oh my god.
I don't know, man.
No,
We're just gonna have to wait and see.
Imagine the freaking backlash. You could do that a few years ago, and you can do it with more obscure stuff. But imagine the rage that would just happen from that. I know people are saying, I'm not so hyped, but just even people who aren't hyped would still be like, "What the fuck, Nintendo? Are you serious? You're canceling this?" It's, that'd be ridiculous.
Yeah, you never know. You can't put nothing past Nintendo nowadays. And
Uh,
that's just being truthful because they've been doing some really obscure things. I mean, I'm like,
they should have canceled Amiibo Festival instead.
oh, that garbage. That's an abomination. I don't know what they're thinking. Um, but yeah, we're gonna go ahead and call it a night here. Because I know we're running behind. We're going over schedule. Um, uh, Jake. Oh man, this was really awesome, man, having you here tonight, and hopefully we can have you in more things. One of the things that I really want to talk about to the fans as well, and you, is that I really want people to really know about you more, because I know you're like really small on the radar as far as your YouTube channel is, but from the journalistic side of things, you're like really big as well. So is your channel, man, the things that you talk about, health and fitness and the industry related things, and you explain yourself very well. I really want you to bring some of that flavor over here into this new series that I'm going to be starting called Motivation. I'm going to pick a day to do it. It's going to be a motivation series, and it's going to basically help people, gamers, on a whole, to, just kind of health-wise, do a lot more than just playing video games at home, go outside, exercise, just do a lot more things rather than just playing video games. So, well, that's one of the key things, as well as some other motivational things about life and, focus and drive and success and failures and things of that nature. So I don't know if you would be interested in that. That would be, pretty huge. I guess I will figure out a day, and then we can agree on it, and then we can do that as a separate series, and then we can do it like
Well, I
maybe
could
once or
always, I'm
twice a week.
always around. Again, you know me, from having seen me before in person and such, not just through the internet. So if you always know me, I'm always down to talk about games and talk about a variety of different stuff with everybody. And I hope at least everybody that listens and stuff, when you guys check out this stuff, here on the actual Let's Talk Gaming or any other like content that you guys check out, I hope you guys at least enjoy it or whatnot. That for me, someone like me, that as long as I'm doing something and there's like at least a decent amount of people that are out there having fun, or at least getting something out of it, getting some food for thought or whatnot, then I've done my job. Then I feel like I'm all good. So yeah, every once in a while, dude, if you ever want to talk games or talk any of that stuff, I'm always down. I always find that fun. You are right though that my channel is kind of small. I'm starting to get a little bit better with doing content and such. And one of the founding principles that I created my Gamers with Gains channel, which is what it's called for anybody that doesn't know, tuning into the show right now. It's called Gamers with Gains. That's the actual channel, but you can find it on YouTube, Gamers with Gains channel, or just typing in the search bar Gamers with Gains. And I talk about a bunch of stuff like what Mullen said. Just gaming, motivation, stronger living principles, life, health. And how that relates to gamers overall. Just the idea of like how you could blend your passion for gaming into other areas of your life. It doesn't have to be so restricted one thing or the other. There's this big one of the things that always pissed me off, I'm going to be honest with you, like really got me annoyed, was that there was this notion, this stereotype that if you were into gaming, outside of the people that are in the spotlight at bigger gaming websites or whatnot, if you were into gaming, you couldn't relate it or have it put in the same sentence or the same discussion as other aspects of your life, whether it was fitness, whether it was relationships, whether it was anything that you could think of, that automatically there was this preconceived notion that if you were a gamer, then all of a sudden you were a nerd, you were a geek, you had a terrible antisocial life, you didn't know about other aspects of the world, and stuff like that I really wanted to combat. And at the same time, on the flip side of that, I wanted to combat the notion of like what is quote unquote a real gamer. Isn't that more subjective than anything else, or isn't that more up to the individual, to decide for themselves of like what that actually is? But again, it gets really out there, gets really crazy and such. But really, that's like some of the stuff that I'm always into, and it's always the fun discussions that I like to have with different people. Again, so it sounds like fun. I'm always down for that.
Okay, most definitely, most definitely. But yeah, that's something, a little bit, all of what you have that you talk about on your channel. I want you to, kind of share it on a much more bigger platform so people can kind of understand where you're coming from, and we can both put our 2 cents on things, as well as give tips to some of these YouTubers, kind of help them understand, like if they're chasing something, if they're chasing their dreams or they have goals, go through with it, and kind of break down certain things. So I think it's going to be very exciting once we
Rule number
go
one,
ahead.
food for thought number one, have super thick skin. That definitely over the last few days, I learned that very, very, very well, more so than the last couple of years. So
That is
the internet,
true.
it's the Wild West.
It's the Wild West, and I know a lot of people close up their channels because they can't take the haters and they can't take, heat. And hey, I'm dealing with I don't deal with haters. I don't fortunately for me, I don't have a lot of haters like that. But it's just a lot of people that are bigger than me or under me or at the same size as me. They deal with a lot of trolls, and some people can't, handle that. They don't have
I
thick skin.
discovered haters like the last couple of days. Like when you discover haters, it puts a whole new perspective on stuff for you. It's like, whoa, what happened here?
Yeah, real talk, real talk. I'm gonna go ahead and plug your channel. I'm typing in your channel in the description so people can check you out, man. So it's Gamers with Gains, right?
Yeah, it's Gamers with Gains. Now on the YouTube, on like your URL, guys, you could type in Gamers with Gains channel, like as all one word and stuff, or just Gamers with Gains in the search bar, and you should see a picture of like an icon or a logo that I made, or if you click on any one of the videos, you'll see me on there talking about stuff. You probably already recognize me now from my voice, so it should be easy for you guys to find. But still, there's a bunch of videos on there related to gaming, related to stronger living, health, fitness, motivation, life-related stuff. My journey so far being a games journalist, quote unquote, or just someone that's part of the games industry, doing stuff. I'm actually uploading a vlog sometime soon, talking about my first IGN review. So that's going to be something that's going to be coming like in the next few days. And then there's a bunch of other stuff on there. I just did a reaction to Batman v Superman's final trailer. I talked about stuff with Fire Emblem Fates not so long ago, since that game's coming out real soon, and a bunch of other stuff.
Nice, nice. Yeah, I plugged your channel in there so they can check you out, man. So hope you get a little bit of exposure there. I know it's kind of late at night, so that's why it would be a lot more people in here if it was like at an earlier time frame. But yeah, everybody's asleep. But
Keep burning the
Blake,
midnight oil.
I know, right? Blake, yeah. So anything else, man, before you go?
Not really. No.
Okay, cool.
Nothing particular.
Blake's so good.
Blake said, I'm all good, man. I'm all good.
I still have nothing to plug yet because I still have freaking supplies to buy for. To
You're
make
loading.
it.
You're in the loading screen time. Where's loading screen?
Yeah.
You're over there.
Sure.
You're building. You're doing stuff.
Yeah, I need to buy a mic, a camera, and an editor, and then I want to start making a new YouTube channel that actually has a goal set in place and content that people can enjoy and stuff. And once that happens, I'll totally plug it in the show.
Most definitely.
But it's a process.
Yeah, I can't wait. For the stuff with me and Jake. I think it's gonna be pretty dope, as well as continuing this ongoing episodic series of Let's Talk Gaming. So I want to thank all the fans for all the support, for watching us tonight. I know it's pretty late. It's like 1:35 in the morning, so I know a lot of y'all are still asleep. But
11:30.
So it's like 2:30 over here, B. It's like mad late.
Wow, mad late. Yeah.
I'm gonna need a bold cup of coffee tomorrow, or today, I should say. Like the next, like maybe 5-6 hours.
5-6 hours, yeah, I know, right?
Starbucks is gonna. I'm gonna give Starbucks a run for its money.
I'm still at yesterday, personally. I'm at 11:30.
Oh yeah, because you're in California.
You guys are in the
so-
future.
I know, right?
Come on, Marty. We gotta get you back to the future.
Gotta get you back to the future, man. For sure. So thank you guys so much for staying tuned and for watching another episode of Let's Talk Gaming. Episode 5 will be coming next week, so y'all keep it a lock right here on the channel. And yeah, we'll be back with Jake and Blake and Cheese again. And thank y'all. Any more questions before we go? Oh, I live in the UK. Wow. So we have shout outs from the UK. Okay, that's what's up. But yeah, we're gonna close it out, and we'll catch y'all in the next episode. Peace.
Later, everybody.
Goodbye.